everybody. Let me just make sure I am live on Instagram. Still figuring this part out. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yay. Okay, looks like I am live on Instagram. So say hey if you are on Instagram, or hello if you are on Facebook. But I am so happy to be back. I am Dr. Tara Lynn, your board certified family physician, speaker, author, and career transition coach. I help physicians find fulfillment in their jobs. So that's what I'm here for. I'm getting back on the horse, brushing the dust off. I haven't been online in a while, but I thought I'd get back into it. So Happy New Year. It's January 10th. Is that the last day? January 9th. Is this the last day to say Happy New Year? Maybe. So, but anyway, I haven't seen you guys. So Happy New Year to you. I'm really, really excited because I just did this exercise that I wanted to share with you guys. And that has to do with envisioning your dream job. So at the beginning of the year, a lot of us make resolutions and we start to rethink what our goals are. And a lot of that has to do with not just our health and not just family, but also what our career goals are. And so I'm very familiar, and I'm sure you are familiar with making a vision board. But this was the first time that I had actually participated in an exercise called writing your dream job description. So I'll say that again, writing your dream job description. Anyway, so, this is my vision board. A lot of us have it. This one needs to be updated, but I see myself as a boss. This is Shonda Rhimes. So she's a mom, she's a boss, she's an employer, brilliant speaker. And so I put her on my vision board. And there's some things about health and just gratitude and peace. I'm trying to see so you guys can see it. But a lot of us do these vision boards, but how much of us really think big about what we want our careers to look like? So with that, I'll just share that I was listening to a podcast called Hello Monday with Jesse Hempel, and it's through LinkedIn, and I found it fascinating. There's lots of good career advice. So wherever you get your podcast, be sure to check it out. I find it very helpful. But the exercise that I wanted to share with you guys was, again, envisioning your dream job description. What does that look like? So what you can do, and I wouldn't say it's an easy exercise because you'll have to put some time into it. But I think once you start to do it and you start to really let go of any inhibitions you have or any things that will make you pull back, then I think this will be a very, very helpful exercise. I certainly found it that way. And so let me just help you out. So take a pen and a piece of paper or a notebook. I'm old school. I used a notebook and a pen. And I started to ask myself these questions. What would my dream job look like? Dream. So the types of questions you need to ask yourself are, what do you want in a job? So do you want to work full-time? Do you want to work part-time? What would your benefits look like? What would your schedule look like? Would you want to work in an office, or would you want to work at home? Or would you want to be hybrid? I thought this was fascinating just to start out with, but even Jesse had even suggested, think about what your work environment looks like. Like, what does your office look like? Who will you interact with? What are you responsible for? So these were really, really great questions that go into, hey, what's my dream job? And she also encouraged us to just think big. The key word here is dream job. So if you want to be able to work, 10-hour days, or not be employed at all, be your own boss, and write that as well. Write down what's important to you. Will you travel, or will you work strictly from home? What would excite you about this job? Who would you answer to? What kinds of people would you work with? Who would be your clients? Or who would be those people that you're delivering that service to? So again, take some time, a quiet room, pen or paper, or a computer if you prefer, and answer all these questions. I think that you'll surprise yourself with the things that you really want and the things that you are passionate about. And give yourself permission to think outside the box, to dream big, because unless we can actually envision what we want, then it will be hard for us to achieve it. So again, this is an exercise called writing your dream job description. And it's something that you should not only do once, but revisit over and over again. And don't be afraid to dream big. So I'm going to just share with you a little bit of what I came up with. And again, I'm thinking a little bit outside the box. I don't know if this job actually exists, but hey, we're saying this is a dream job. So I called myself the chief coach and encourager in charge. That may not mean much to you, but for me, I want to be in a position where I am helping others, encouraging others, coaching others. And for me, that looks like a job that gives me a lot of flexibility, a lot of paid time off, a lot of time to travel if I need to, but also to work with diverse types of people and diverse audiences. So I envision myself doing things like workshops and speaking and engaging in small groups. Again, I don't know if that job exists, but who knows? The more and more I start to sculpt what I want to see in the future, then this will shape how I search for my next career position. So I want to encourage you to do the same. Take some pen and paper, take some time, at least 20 minutes or so in a quiet room, or if you want to use your computer or iPad, then do that as well, and let yourself just dream big. So that's my opening message for 2024. Again, I'm happy to be back with you. Thank you for the people who have joined. Exactly. So I think my daughter has joined. Hi, Allison. And thank you, Tamika. Yes, Tamika says, write the vision. Exactly. Write the vision, make it plain, right, Tamika? So, again, I just encourage you to do that. Any questions? I love that you guys have joined. Thanks so much. I know it's late at night for some of you, but I was so excited about this particular exercise that I had just done. And don't just do it once. Go back and revisit it again and again, and be as expansive and as specific as possible. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what some of you guys come up with. Please share, like, and share this particular simulcast. And also, I'd love if you come back in the comments and say, hey, these are some of the things that I'd like to see in my dream job. And don't be afraid. So visit me at Dr. Terrellin on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. And I'd love to, again, see what you come up with. Oh, I'm also on Instagram. So with that, I will bid you all adieu. Hi, Crystal. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and have a great night. And be safe for all of you who are in the path of the storm. So good night.